Hey everybody, welcome back to the Dream Catchers Fishing Channel. I'm gonna tell you something, not my favorite thing I'm talking about today. This is like one of my pet peeves in the industry that absolutely bothers me. But, you know, it's just part of it. I get it. Here's the deal. I like capitalism. I love the idea of companies competing in marketplaces and trying to come out with a better product at a lesser price. But at some point, some companies are just so knockoff, it just bothers me. And that's right. Today, I'm talking about that right there, Berkley. Here's the deal. Berkley is like, I'm trying to keep it PG. They're just the fake of everything. This is what they do. They take a great lure and they constantly knock it off. So here's just 3 of them that it took me 3 seconds to pull off the shelf. First off is the Stunner. Okay, they literally knocked off the Megabass Vision 110s. And here's the deal. They are cheaper baits. They're still making money on them. So here's the deal. They've got to produce this product with lesser quality components. But it works. It works. It's one of those deals. It's like the industry, there's like trade secrets and these companies come out with great lures and then Berkley just outsources them to cheap manufacturers and they make the baits. And here's the deal. They work. We carry them. They sell. The other bait is they call it the Chapo. You know, Larry Dahlberg, who I know personally, came out with the Whopper Plopper. And then Berkley comes in and makes the El Chapo, knocks it off and makes it cheaper. And then they did the same thing with the Bomber, the Long A, which is like the best wake bait ever. They did it with the Surge Shad. So here's the deal. Does it bother me? Yeah, it bothers me. Because this is what happens, just being 100% honest, from like a retail perspective. We get guys that come in and they're like, man, you got to get the latest Berkley bait. And I'm like, gosh, it's nothing new to the market. You know, it's the same thing as a Whopper Plopper. It's the same thing as a Long A. It's the same thing as a Vision 110. It's like one of these things. It kind of bothers me. This is why it bothers me. Because companies work really hard in their research and development to produce and make baits that are really, really unique baits, right? So Bomber worked really, really hard to come out with the Long A. Larry Dahlberg, like I said, who I know personally, worked really, really hard to come out with the Whopper Plopper. And then Vision Megabass works so hard to make sure their jerk baits are getting that right action. And then here you go, a few years later, either patents run out or whatever, and then it's like, let's just make it as cheap as possible. Boyd Duckett, let me tell you something. I know Boyd personally. Boyd Duckett's the king of this as well. He came out with the BD series. He knocked off the Bull Shad, knocked off some other baits. I get it, man. It's part of it. Everybody's trying to make $1 in the industry. But I just want to make a video and talk about how it kind of bothers me. And listen, here's the deal. I've used these baits and I'm going to use these baits, man. They work. I'm not saying they don't work. I like them. In fact, what's the other one? Berkley's knocked off the Cane Walker with the, knocked off the Little Stick with the Cane Walker. They knocked off the Skimmer with their other walking bait. I'm just like, say what?
The Flatworm.
The Flatworm. Oh yeah, from Strike King. Yeah. It was originally the Strike King Dream. It's like, man, they knock off everybody. They knocked off the Senko with the General. Yep. They're like the king of knockoffs. And here's the deal. They work. I've used all those baits. I've caught fish using all those baits, but God, it's just so annoying. And here's the deal. I'm going to tell you this. It's all just a sales and marketing machine. This is one thing here. Now we're getting somewhere. You get these guys that are like with the company forever, right? So Hank Cherry wins the Bassmaster Classic a couple years ago in Lake Guntersville on a Megabass Vision 110 +1 is stain reaction with the orange belly, and then all of a sudden Berkley's like, we need you. You know, we're gonna come out with these baits. Put your beautiful mug on it. There he is, right there on the back. Right? And it's like, oh, these are the best jerk baits ever. Well, that's not what you said a couple years ago when you freaking won the Bassmaster Classic. It's all a big racket. It's all a big marketing machine. You know, Zona did this stuff. You know, he was with Shimano forever, and then he signed with Daiwa, and then Strike King ends up acquiring Lures and these other guys, and now Lures is the best rods ever. You get these guys that switch from brand to brand, and this is, here, they all work really good. I'll say that. They all catch fish. They all work really good. It just bothers me, I guess, in a sense that like guys just come out and be like, oh, now that they're with this company, now their baits are the best. It's like, really? Really? Do you believe that? Chris Aldane's no longer with Megabass and now all of a sudden these other baits are better than Megabass? Really? God, it's all a racket. Like I said, it's all a marketing machine. And I ain't hating on the guy. Listen, I ain't hating on anybody because I get it. I'm in the industry too. I've got to make money. And I'm obviously on a different level. A lot of these guys are they have to be brand loyal because they have dollars backing them. Me, I'm just a mutt. I carry them all. And I like them all. Like I said, I use all these baits. It just annoys me when guys are like, oh, now that I'm with now that I'm with Abu Garcia is the best rods and reels ever. It's like, oh, really? You were head and shoes above everybody with Shimano when they weren't sponsoring you. Why all of a sudden there's dollars and contracts involved? I get it. I'm just saying, listen, everything works. Everything works. All the baits are great. Rods and reels. Now, I'm a little partial to other rods and reels because I do think they're plastic pieces of junk, but, for the most part, everything works. If someone tells you that something doesn't work just because this bait is XYZ, they're lying to you. All this stuff will catch fish. But anyways, that's my rant for the day. Let's have a little talk in the description. Talk about baits, knockoffs, so forth. This is the thing. I kind of wish with baits specifically that whoever came out with the bait idea, they always had the bait idea. Like Gary Yamamoto came out with the stick worm. I think he should just have it forever. I don't think anyone should knock him off. Because what ends up happening is 400 companies come out with it and I get to hear through the door, hey, have you ever used the XYZ Senko or stick worm? It's like, it's all just a knockoff of Gary Yamamoto. It just makes it a pain in the butt because I end up having to order everything and then the hype around it stops and then they just sit on the shelf. And
like Guggen.
Anyways, say what?
Like Guggen.
Yeah, like Guggen. Anyways, just my 2 cents with everything. Leave a comment down in the description. I'm just ranting to rant at this point. But anyways, thanks for watching this video. Hope to see you in the shop. You can find everything, all these knockoff baits and non-knockoff baits on dreamcatchersfishing.com. Thanks for watching. See you.